Hello dear students, welcome back to the course of Advanced Java Programming. In this video, we are going to see another type of socket, that is datagram socket. In the previous video, we have seen how to create the TCP sockets, and we have seen the features of TCP protocol also. These datagram sockets are used to perform the communication by using UDP protocol, that is user datagram protocol. UDP communication provides unreliable stream of packets which is called as datagram, and the UDP provides a connectionless socket programming. A datagram is an independent self-contained message sent over the network whose arrival time and contents are not guaranteed. So this is the major difference between the TCP and UDP. In order to send the network or the datagrams where the connection is not established, the datagrams or datagram packets should be created and addressed as they should reach to the destination. Java supports the datagram communication through the use of two classes. The first is datagram packet class and datagram socket class. Let us see each of these in details. So first of all, we'll see the datagram socket class. Datagram socket class represents a connectionless socket for sending and receiving datagram packets. Let us see how to create the object of datagram socket. To create the objects, there are various constructors available for creating the datagram socket objects. First is the no argument constructor, which throws the socket exception. It creates a datagram socket and binds it with the available port number on the local machine. The second constructor accepts a integer port number as a parameter and throws the socket exception. It creates a datagram socket and binds it with the given port number. The third constructor accepts two parameters. First one is the port number and second is the inet address. It creates the datagram socket and binds it with the specified port number on the host address. So these are three constructors that are useful to create a socket of UDP type or datagram socket. Let us see the methods available with this class. The first method is bind method, and which accepts the socket address as a parameter. It binds the socket to the specified address and the port number. The next method is connect method, which accepts inet address and integer port number, and it connects to the specified address and port number. The send method is used to send the datagram packet from the given socket. It accepts datagram packet as a parameter. The sockets are also able to receive the communication sent by other computer, and it receives the datagram packets. So these are some of the commonly used methods of datagram socket. Now let us see another class that is useful in the UDP communication. The class name is datagram packet class. The datagram packet is a message that can be sent or received. If you send multiple packets, it may arrive in any of the order. Then the constructors of datagram packet. There are the constructors are based on two types. For sending, the different constructor is used, and for receiving a different datagram packet constructor is used. As can be seen from the list over here, the first constructor is used to receive the packets, and its syntax is it accepts two parameters. First is of type byte array, and second is integer length that we want to receive. The second constructor is generally used to send the packets, and it has four different parameters. The first is the byte array in which the message is sent, the length of the byte array, and the INET address of the destination, and the port on which the data is to be sent. So these two constructors are used in two different situations. For receiving, we'll use this constructor, and for sending the packets, we'll use this particular type of constructor. Let us see the methods. GetAddress method returns the IP address to which this packet is sent or from which it was received. So this method can be called on the sender side as well as receiver side. Similarly, getPort method returns the port to which this packet is sent or from which the packet is received. The getData method returns the data contained in the packet as a byte array. GetOffset method returns the offset specified for the datagram packet. GetLength method returns the length of the data to send or receive. SetData method is used to set the data in this packet. So these are some of the commonly used methods of datagram packet class. Let us see a simple program for sending and receiving datagram packets. This slide shows the program that is used as a sender. So this particular program will work as a sender of data. In this program, we have imported one package, that is java.net package. Our class name is dsender. Then inside the main method, we have created an object of datagram socket ds with the default constructor. Then we have constructed a message string str equal to welcome to Java programming. This is our message that we want to send. In order to send this message, we must construct an object of type datagram packet. Before that, we'll create an IP address by using the getByName factory method of the INET address class, and we are sending it as we are using the sender and receiver on the same computer. That is why we have used an IP address 127.0.0.1. So this will be available as a destination address. Now we are going to construct the datagram packet by using the datagram packet constructor, and this constructor is of type sending. So it needs four different parameters. The first parameter is the number of bytes that are transmitted, then the length of the data, or how many bytes are there, that is calculated by using str.length, then the IP address to which we want to send the data, and 3000 is the port number. So our message will be transmitted in the form of bytes or byte array, and we have to use the datasocket.send method, and the constructed packet dp is passed as a parameter. So this particular statement will send the datagram packet to the address that we have created or passed in this datagram packet. Then close the datagram socket, as we do not want to continue the further transmission. So this is one side of the program, and in order to receive the packets we need to write another program that is shown in this slide. Here again in this program we have used java.net package and our class name is dReceiver. So whatever data is sent by the dSender program, that will be received by this dReceiver program, and both of these programs are running on the same machine. Then in the main method we again have created the datagram socket, and it is bound to a particular port number 3000. As in the previous program we also have used 3000 as a port number. Then we have created a buffer as we want to receive the data sent by the sender side, and its size is 1024. So this is an byte array. Then create a object of datagram packet. Now if you look in the previous program, this constructor is now different, as we are going to create this particular datagram packet object for receiving the data. So datagram packet dp equal to new datagram packet, and we have passed a parameter buffer which is a byte array and its size as 1024, and this datagram packet dp will be used to receive the data sent by the sender, and that is why we are using ds.receive method, and a parameter of type datagram packet is used. So whatever data is sent by the sender program, that will be copied in this dp or the datagram packet object. Next is we want to print this data contained in the dp. For that purpose we need some conversions, as we have seen that this data is sent in terms of bytes, so that needs to be converted to a string. So in the next line we are converting the byte array to a string object. So for that purpose we have used the string constructor which accepts three parameters. The dp.getData method will retrieve the byte array, and we are copying the data from the 0 offset to the last byte of the datagram packet. So the complete message will get copied to this str string, and that we are printing from this println statement. And then do not forget to close the data socket or datagram socket, and this is how we can send and receive a message by using the UDP communication by using the datagram socket class and the datagram packet class. Try to execute these two programs and you will come to know the message is being exchanged between the two programs. We can also write the program that will accept the input from user by using the bufferedReader, and that is left for homework. So we'll stop over here. Thank you.